everyone, it's Normal Life. Welcome back to my channel where we are going to look at the meta vampire deck. This really should be the only monster deck you should be using to improve your MMR if you're on pro rank, or to help you rank up if you're not in pro at the moment. I'm going to show you guys step by step how to use this deck correctly to get the full advantage to 2-0 your opponent or have an easy round 3. So we're going to look at the deck, guys, what we need to do, look at the game plan, and then some gameplay. Before we continue, guys, make sure to subscribe to this channel to see more videos like these. Also, don't forget to like this video and write a comment below. What's your favorite monster deck? I know it might be vampires, it might be Regis. Mine is actually personally Regis, but this monster deck, the vampires one, is literally OP, so you got to use it. So guys, without further ado, let's get into the deck build. So guys, this is the meta vampire deck. This is a non-devotion deck. Basically, it means it has a few neutral cards in there instead of being full devotion, only having monster cards. So we're going to go through each card, guys, and then we're going to go through the strategy we want to do in each round to secure a win, if it's a 2-0 win, or have an easier round 3. So starting with our leader charge, it is Blood Scent. Blood Scent basically will give bleeding to the opponent for 3 turns. You get 3 goes at this. Once you've used all the Blood Scent turns, you spawn an Ikamari, which is only a 3-point card. Now, with this, you only want to use to activate engine cards if you have no units to start bleeding. So do not use all of your leader charge in the first round. So that's a big no-no, because you want to start a big point gain over your opponent in round 2 if you have Witches Sabbath. So our stratagem, if I have blue coin, is going to be Curse Scroll. Curse Scroll we need to have in our hands because we want to organise our first hand if we don't have the Operator or any of the cards that we don't have, or for example a Fleder. So we need to have Curse Scroll, guys, instead of having the other stratagems that you can have. So now we're going to look at the cards we're going to have. So She Who Knows is to gain resilience and have carryover to the next round. Now, this is one of the last cards that you have, because what the enemy wants to try and do is probably get rid of this card because they don't want you to have any type of carryover. We have Regis. Regis, if you don't know, basically every time you do bleeding, he'll gain a point and gain a base point. So it's not boost, it is a pure base point card. This is so good, guys, especially when it gets to round 3. If you've been defeated in round 2, if you're trying to push in round 2, this is going to be like a high point card that you're going to do put down. Sometimes it can get up to like 17 points depending on how good you are at bleeding. Most I get out of it is around 15. So once you place this down, guys, it will then actually take 3 points from an opponent as well on top. So Regis is our last card that we do put down. Then we have Unseen Elder. Now, Unseen Elder doesn't have devotion in this, so it has a bit of less of a value, but it's just a great card because it keeps throwing out bleeding. It does 4 bleeding to one of your enemies, and then randomly after the end of the turn, it will do 2 bleeding to a random unit. Then we're going to look at Witches Sabbath. Now, we need Witches Sabbath for round 2. So if you can have it in your hand ready after you've won round 1, put it down for round 2 and you start the process again. So Witches Sabbath is so overpowering, especially with our engine cards that we're going to use and talk about. Then we have Royal Decree. Royal Decree is to basically get any card that we want if we don't have it, if it's an engine card, or sometimes you have Regis in your deck and it doesn't come out for round 3. So Royal Decree is really useful, guys, to pull any type of unit that you want. Now, Cave Troll is very important. This is to protect your engine cards. So this is a defender. Now, sometimes it can become useless if it's got purified or it's been absolutely vaporized from a heat wave, but you need to put this down, guys, because your opponent, the only way your opponent can stop you if they get through this. So you need this defender in your hand, so make sure you try and get this as soon as possible if it's Royal Decree or any other top cards to try and find it. Then we have Oriana. This is a really good card to put down for extra boost, and obviously you get extra bleeding depending how many vampires you have out on the battlefield. So really good card to give you some more boost and put more pressure on your opponent. Right, so now we have a 0 double cross. This is to pull out She Who Knows if we don't have it in our hand. So this is a really good card to have. Or if we don't have Regis in our hand in the last round, Regis is going to be a really high point card, so he'll pull this out as well. So a 0 double cross can be used for 2 ways. Then we have Whisperess Tribute. This is basically to pull out any organic card which can either give bleeding or damage to your opponent, or potentially spores as well. So we have some organic cards in here which is basically to respond to your opponent, and it's really good to pull out cards for extra bleeding if you don't have any bleeding cards in your hand. So it's a really good card to have, guys, to be fair. So you basically need organic cards with this, and the organic cards that we have helps us really a lot to build more engine points. Then we have the Operator. So the Operator we only use for Fleder. If we can have Operator in our hand in the first round with a Fleder, we are literally in dreamland to start the opponent being under so much pressure. So Operator basically will spawn a bronze card, which is going to be Fleder. You spawn one on your side and the opponent's side, but you can get rid of that really simply, because all you're going to do is literally your first move is to spawn a Fleder, put the opponent's side, then use your leader charge to put bleeding on the Fleder on the other side, and then you start engine points with your Fleder. So really good card to have, guys, with this non-devotion deck. Then we have this guy, the star of the show. Fleder is literally the card that wins you rounds. You have two of these. So Fleder, basically, from the amount of bleeding that they have on enemies, he will boost himself by that amount, and he will take turns with a counter doing this. So you're basically going to keep getting Fleders out and keep boosting yourself. This is the main engine you want to keep alive to win the rounds. Next we have Incubus. This is to basically bring back Fleder. If one goes to the graveyard, we'll bring one back. By doing this, you bring one of your opponent's cards back, so make sure you pick one that's equal value to Fleder. Then we have Nekurat, which is basically a bleeding card, and this is really good, to be fair. If your opponent doesn't get rid of this, we are basically throwing out free bleeding and free boost for us, because it takes it's got a cooldown by 1, so it's a really good bleeding card to have in your deck. Then we have Spores. Spores is literally an OP card because it can take so many boosts away from your opponent if they're building points as well. So we use this in a situational way. So if your opponent's got more points than us, we take them away and our Fleders overtake them with points. Another organic card, just like Spores, is Undying Thirst. So basically this gives 6 bleeding and is really good for Fleder to build extra points as well. And this can be drawn out just like with Spores from Whisperess Tribute. So these are the organic cards that we can draw out and get some extra damage to our opponent and extra boost points for us. Another organic card that we have is Feast of Blood. This is really good to stop your opponent putting defenders down, because what this does, it purifies the opponent's card, damages it by 3, and if you control vampires, which you do, it'll give it 3 bleeding as well. So this is a really good card to have, guys, to basically stop your opponent putting that defender down, and you can keep bleeding as much as you want. Then the last organic card that we have is Natural Selection. Natural Selection is basically if we want to get rid of a card, because it does 4 damage and then it spawns as a drone, which we're not too fussed about, but yeah, it's a really good card to have if you want to get rid of, for example, with Northern Realms, if they have any patient cards, which you can get rid of straight away with this. So yeah, really good card to have, guys. So we have great control with these organic cards coming out. Then we have Megascope. Megascope is used for Fleder. So you want to try and build as many Fleders as you can to keep building more engines. It's as simple as that, really. Then we have Pella. Pella's really good to get rid of Defender. In case we don't have an organic card in our hands, Feast of Blood, we have Pella to try and stop that Defender blocking our bleeds. So we use this to stop Defenders, and also probably, for example, if we've got any other status on our cards that we want to get rid of, Pella can all sort that out for us. So really underrated card in my opinion. And last but not least, we have Drowner. So what Drowner basically does is move an opponent to the other row, damage them by 2, and also there's Thrive as well. So anytime we put a card over their base points, he will gain points as well, or she will gain points, whatever Drowner is. Really good card to have. Again, can respond to defenders or particular cards that need to be in a certain row if they've got orders, for example. So really good card to have, Drowner to have in your deck. So guys, that is the meta deck. The way you want to use it is really nice and simple. In our first round, we want to put down Operator with Fleder, start bleeding with leader charge, Then after your opponent's turn, you may want to use Megascope to make another Fleder, and then probably use your leader charge again after that. And then eventually we want to put a defender down. So once we've got them 3 cards, defender, 2 Fleders, we then can put any card that we want if it's more bleeding or damage, because our defender is going to block our engines getting damaged. Now what we want for round 2, after we keep literally putting pressure on our opponent in round 1 with our Fleders and points builds, literally you'll see what Fleders can do when you keep bleeding your opponent. What you want for round 2 is Witches Sabbath, because you're going to start the process again. You bring out defender, 2 Fleders, and you should have 1 leader charge left, bleed an opponent, and then just basically do the same process again. By doing this and using all your bleeding cards, whatever bleeding cards that you're using, Regis is getting bigger. So if you lose round 2, for example, Regis is looking very strong for round 3. But if you can get Regis out in the second round, it can be an easy 2-0, guys. So that's basically it. So I'm going to show you some gameplay how to use this vampire deck. Don't forget to, guys, to subscribe to this channel. If you want to watch me live on Twitch, you can. I'll leave a link below of me playing Gwent. Don't forget to like this video, write a comment below, and yeah, we'll get into the gameplay, and I'll see you in my next video.
Shall die, worm.
Okay, consume versus, it might be Gurney, so I need to worry about this. Consume versus vampires, right? So good. Fleder, operator. We'll just see if we can find something else. So let's get rid of 1 drowner here. Nice. Let's get rid of, we've got too many organics, so probably see if we can find something else. Probably get rid of, probably would keep that guy to put a defender down. Witches Sabbath, nice. Okay, good. It's okay hand, not like the best that it could be, but it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. If it's Gurney, I just need to just be careful here. We're using Witches Sabbath. What would I use Royal Decree for, actually? I'm just trying to think. What would I use Royal Decree for? What unit would I use it for? I'll probably Unseen Elder if I want Witches Sabbath carryover. Fine. And they are thinning and winning, as they say. So I feel like it is Gurney because I've got her scroll. So let's operate here with Fleder. And then bleed that card. And then let's get to work. Level on the first card on red coin. Nice. Take that. Oh, defender. That's what I was going to use. Sorry. Yeah, roll to create defender. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, we'll do that. Thinking, did I need spores? So we probably want to put. What I'm thinking here, I could put defender down, but I'm thinking of actually just getting a head start with engines. So I might actually put a second Fleder down. Use my leader charge. Last time I touch it, just to keep ahead, and then put defender down. Might be a bit greedy in what I'm trying to do here, but I feel like I need to try and get that head start, because when I put defender down next, and then I can start doing the bleeding, all the bleeding that I need. Yeah, okay, it's a right move that was. Or they haven't even tried to damage me yet, so I feel like don't put defender down. Do I need to put defender down? Are they more bothered about their own point gain? So I feel like defender might not even be needed here. So let's go and put Unseen Elder. Almost picked the wrong card. Can he go anywhere? Let's put him here in case we do put. Oh, we don't put. Can't put defender down yet. Let's put him here. Can't believe that. Okay, good. 36 points with 7 cards in our hands. Nice, looking good. I think this is like just a typical relic deck. Yeah, should we just keep bleeding? I feel like that's the correct thing to do. Yeah, let's go. Just keep bleeding then, I think. Or should we... Let's go and put this down. Let's go and put She Who Knows down. I know it's probably a bit early. But now we've got carryover. So the opponent's now got to think about She Who Knows. Wow, these guys make it easy for me. Oriana, I might put down now. Just keep the engines running. Keep the engines running. Like literally, I'm way ahead. I might look like I'm using all my gold cards, but Witches Sabbath is just going to bring it all back. Okay, here we go. What are you going to bring out in the Neuromancer? What is your deck made of? Yarden? Okay, nice.
Let's get this over with.
We still keep ahead, sir. So, joke's on you. Joke's on you. You're a card down. I could pass here. Yeah, I feel like passing. They've got 10 points to try and build from. Oh, to be fair, one sec. No, I can't pass because of which. Oh. So we have to put this down. That gets us just over the finish line with Sabbath. And let's go and bleed you. Right, that's fine. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Yeah, I'm happy. This guy's got to pass now. Majorly ahead. He's used his Yarden, so he looks a bit, feels a bit silly now. Thought he could get passed by that card. Probably should have done the maths. I think he just placed it down. Hope. Yeah, he's taking time. Yeah, he might have Heat Wave and get rid of She Who Knows. That's what you would naturally do. Okay, sweet. Rimway 1 with carryover and Witches Sabbath. Easy days. Easy days. We might not even need Regis. We might not even need Regis. Let's see. It's looking good. Defender. Not even probably needed, really. Right, okay, so we want to get rid of you. Oh, too much bleeding. Too much engines now. Right. So it looks like it could potentially go to round 3, depending on what he's got now. But we're going to Witches Sabbath. Late. Should we Witches Sabbath late? We've got a leader charge as well. Yeah, let's go and do it, actually. Nice. Perfect to come out. Perfect. Perfect. Right, now round front is going to be a lot of fun. Round 3 is going to be a lot... sorry, 2 is going to be a round... God, it's going to be a lot of fun round 2. Trying to get my words out. Oh, you probably didn't have Bloody Mistress before, did you? That's what you was hoping to get. I don't think it's got nothing. I don't even need a defender, I think. So let's go and should I go and move that? Let's go and move this. Because then he won't have Sabbath. So that doesn't have too much of a value. Then I think I'm Undying first next. You know what? I feel bad for this guy because I feel like it basically he has just bricked. That's all. That's all what's happened here. This guy's bricked pretty bad. Yeah, I forgot about also Unseen Elder. That's gonna keep throwing out bleeds as well. Keeps his head. I think to secure victory, put Fleder down next, and then bleed again. Okay. It's fine. We'll put you down. Bit of Thrive. Let the bleed and what's going out already with Fleder. This guy is going to struggle big time. I didn't even need my defender as well. I think, yeah, just keep bleeding again, and then and hopefully we can get in round 3. If we do lose in this round, we can get Regis. Okay, right.
They're surprisingly clean creatures, as it happens.
Still wants to try and keep ahead, that's fine. Let's go and bleed you. Spores will be for an engine. And then Defender, I can just hold on to.
Wouldn't touch a hair on my head, she said.
Let's go and Spores here. And then hold Defender. That's our last card we're going to play. We don't need to put Defender down. Because we could go 2 cards down here. Yeah, that's fine. We don't put Defender down now. We draw on Snow, drop out of the guy.
Sing along.
We've already done our business. We just got to hope we get Regis, to be fair. That's it. That's it. Or I could put Defender down and make him play his last card. Yeah, let's go and put Defender down. Yeah, it could be a 2-0 here. Could be a 2-0. We might not even need Regis. Let's see what his last card is. What's he been saving? Could get him over the finish line. Yeah. What's up? Sweet. That's fine. That's fine. Right. So now we need Regis. Gotta hope we get Regis. Double crosses in there as well. Nice. So we get Regis. We get Regis twice. So let's throw Regis back because we'll get it from double cross. That's okay. Yeah, should we go with that? Go with that. Seems okay to me. And also, oh, She Who Knows is a full 10. Nice. Let me think here. Yeah, I'll probably use Drowner last. Okay, let's go and see what we can get from this. Let's go and give that some bleeding. Just to get Regis even stronger. I know he's going to multiply himself, which is absolutely fine. And then Drowner's going to kill that. Well, probably not. Always use his leader charge. First time, actually. Let's go and put leader here. And probably damage you. That seems alright. Because then, can he still use that? No, he can't. So we stopped one of them multiplying them. Nice. Okay. Think we'll win here? Do we win a 16 plus strain? Think we do. Then he comes out, the big boy himself. And then already at 30, big drain. Sweet. 20-point card. Nice. Sweet. Actually, I was panicking at the end a bit, but fair play to my opponent. Good game, good game. So guys, that is the vampire deck. So I used it in a different way. I didn't put defender down because I read my opponent to see if you had any removals on my engine, so I didn't. So I just went more for the bleeds. But as you can see, guys, it is so overpowering, especially if you've got Witches Sabbath, to bleed your opponent in round 2 and then have a more easier round 3, or potentially get a 2-0. So guys, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video, write a comment below, and watch me on Twitch. You'll see everything on the link, the information below on the video, and I'll see you all in my next video.